Hi all, hope you all are doing good. Yes, so we come to another interesting and very important topic. In fact, three topics that we'll cover at one go. Those which would be part of any campaign, so to say. So just like the weather in Bangalore, which is sometimes sunny, which is sometimes rainy, as it is raining today. In fact, yesterday it was sunny. So just like the weather being fickle here in Bangalore, your fickle and often changing. Likewise, your audience, the audience also keeps on changing for your campaign, right? Then likewise, you also need to change your budget accordingly. Also, you need to test the different metrics, the different variants in your campaign because you yourself don't know which is the best combination, so to say, right? So it keeps on changing basically. So, because of all those things, there are three important components that you need to add in a campaign. One, what is called A/B testing, okay, A/B testing, and second is called campaign budget optimization, which in short form is called CBO. And third is audience creating. So basically creating a custom audience and a lookalike audience. So all these three different things, we will see as part of a campaign which can be used because, like I said, I didn't want to include them in any of the previous practical campaigns that we had been doing because it could have confused you a little bit. So as a part of a mock campaign, what we'll do, now is we will see as to how we can fit in these three things. That is your A/B testing, campaign budget optimization or CBO, and creation of audience in terms of your custom audience and your lookalike audience, right? So first, let us go to my PPT and see as to just to have some sort of understanding as to what these three things means in terms of definitions mostly. Okay. Okay. So this is my first slide. A/B testing. What is A/B testing? A/B testing, also known as split testing, is a method of comparing two variants, A and B, to determine which one works better. Okay, so basically it's a way of comparing A with B. So likewise, as you can see, this is A, this is B, for example, and then we will basically see as to which one looks better, which one works better, so to say. So that's the whole idea of doing A/B testing. Okay. Campaign budget optimization, or in short form as we call it, CBO. It automatically manages your campaign budget across ad sets to get you the overall best results. Okay, so this we are just looking at a definition to start off with before we jump into my Facebook ad account. Custom audience. What is a custom audience? A custom audience is an ad targeting option that lets you find your existing audiences among people who are on Facebook. Okay. What is lookalike audience? A lookalike audience is a way to reach new people who are likely to be interested in your business because they are similar to your best existing audience. Okay, so these three things we're going to see now. So as I jump into my Facebook ad account, okay, now in this Facebook ad account, I've got a lot of draft campaign. So as a mock campaign, what I'll do is that I'll just use this draft campaign and see as to what are these three things, how these three things can be used as part of a campaign. So as I go to my edit of this draft campaign, So when you start a campaign, for example, this is the campaign. Okay, I come to this at a campaign level. Okay, right now I'm in the campaign level, as we saw in the last uh, uh, three practical examples of doing a campaign. I come to this campaign level, right? Now, if I come to this campaign level, say I choose any of this. For example, I'm choosing say brand awareness. Okay, or let it be like the way it is. It's already conversions. Okay, let it be, no problem. Okay, now so when I click on this, so it gives me the option of A/B testing. Okay, so A/B testing. So I need to click on this blue toggle. Okay, then what basically it will let me do is that it will let me create two variants, A and B, right? A audience and B audience, and then it will, I mean, not audience, so to say, it will basically give me two variants, A and B, and these two variants could be in the form of two different images, add text, audience, and then it will basically make it compete with each other, that is A versus B, and then it will let me know as to which one is working the best. Okay. After that, Facebook will basically let you know as to which variant worked best, and then it will help you in future as well, right? So you basically have to click on this blue toggle. Okay. I'm just putting it off now. Then if I have to do campaign budget optimization, which is right below your A/B testing, okay, I have to put this on. So what is CBO? So in campaign budget optimization, okay, now in our previous examples, if you see, when I didn't use campaign budget optimization, it took me to the ad set level, right? And then at different ad sets, I had to set different budgets. For example, if I had ad set one, I would have put a budget of 100 rupees per day. Okay, then I create another ad set wherein I could have put a different amount, say again 100, and then accordingly work them out. But here, when you're using CBO or campaign budget optimization, what Facebook will basically do is that it will not allow you to set your budget at the ad set level. You are basically setting this budget at the campaign level only. Okay, I mean as an overarching thing, which is the CBO. And then what will happen is that Facebook will itself automatically find out as to which one works better for you. Which ad set is basically performing the best, and then if suppose if Facebook finds that your ad set 1 works better than ad set 2, okay, then it will optimize accordingly and put more money on ad set 1 rather than ad set 2. You get the point? So here Facebook is basically using its own technology, its own artificial intelligence, so to say, its own learnings, basically, so to say, wherein it is going to find out which ad set is working better. For example, if you got three ad sets, ad set 1, ad set 2, ad set 3. And then Facebook finds out that ad set 1 is performing the best in terms of its performance. Then what it will do is that it will accordingly distribute its budget that you gave Facebook in such a manner that it will give more budget, or it will optimize ad set 1 in terms of giving it more importance in terms of the budget, rather than ad set 2 and 3. You understand? So that's how it's going to happen. That's what campaign budget optimization. Basically, Facebook it's using its own technology to distribute the budget among the three different ad sets that it created, and it's going to optimize it accordingly. Okay. Again, let me put this off. Okay. Now I come to the ad set level. Okay. So that thing is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a custom audience and a lookalike audience. Okay. So as I come here, okay, see, in the last few examples, in the last 3 examples, right, what we did was that we didn't create any custom audience or a lookalike audience, right? What we did was that we created this audience here, right here, wherein I selected the age, the gender, people who are interested in what things, and likewise I I created that campaign. But here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a custom audience. Okay, the option that you find here when you come to this create new, you just get two drop downs. What is custom audience and what is local audience? Okay, custom audience is basically people you're reaching out who have already interacted with your business or your website or whatever. For example, if I if I would have come to your website say 3 days back, and if you want to target me as part of your custom audience, then you create this. You basically create a custom audience where you want to wherein you want to target people like me as well, right? As part of your audience bucket list. Lookalike audience is something which is similar to your custom audience. You understanding? So what I'm trying to say is that I was a custom audience, right? Because I had already interacted in your web business or your website in some form. So I'm a custom audience A. Now there is another guy, B, who is similar to me in his behavior or his interest or whatever. So he becomes a lookalike audience. So lookalike audience is an audience which is similar to a custom audience, but who has never interacted with a business as such, but he is similar to the custom audience, so to say. Okay. And for this to work, what we need is a Facebook pixel, like I said. Okay, so it's only when you've got a Facebook pixel can you create all this, this kind of audience. Basically, if you're doing retargeting and stuff like that. Okay, so when I click on this, then I have a different option as to how to create a custom audience. Okay, so it gives me it gives me what do you say, option of creating it with a source wherein website is my source. So basically creating an audience based on website visitors from a Facebook pixel and tailoring an audience based on events that you want to focus on, such as for purchases. So the action that I took on the website and on similar action, you basically target these people. Then if you got a customer list, that also you can target, create an audience by uploading a list of customers who interact with your business. Information in the list is hashed into anonymized code before it reaches Facebook. Then app activity, if somebody would have interacted on some app, creating an audience of people who launched your app or game or took a specific action while using it. So basically, this is the app action. So likewise, or otherwise it could be video, creating an audience of people who watched one of your videos on Facebook or Instagram. There also you can select that kind of audience. So these are kind of different sources that you can use as means of creating a custom audience. Now let me select website. So people who would have interacted with my website in some form or the other, and I go to next. Okay. So this is my, what is this? Facebook pixel. Okay, it's green means it's active. So this is my Facebook pixel ID. Okay, and on the basis of this, people it's going to create the custom audience. Okay. So what I want to do is that I want to have all the website visitors who would have visited my website Tennis for India, and I want to retain them for 30 days. Okay, so meaning which I'm giving an attribution which includes entering the number of days you want people to remain in your audience after meeting the website traffic criteria you specified. People will be removed from your audience after this time unless they meet their criteria again. So basically people who I'm setting a attribution in terms of number of days for 30 days. So basically people remain in this list for 30 days, and once the 30th day is over, he's out of the audience list. And then another new set of audience will be created. Okay, so he remains here in this list for 30 days. Okay, because I don't want my audience to be too old also, right? I want my audience to be fresh. People who have just shown interest within this 30 days, I want to retarget them. So that's why I'm putting this as 30 days. Or if I want it to be more fresh, then I'll make it as 20. If I want to be really, very, very fresh in terms of the bucket list, then I'll make it 5. So likewise. But 30 is an ideal time for me in terms of retention, as well. I'll put 30. Audience, I'll just put as test, for example. Testing. Testing audience. Test audience. I created it on 6th of November. Okay, I'll just put it as 6th of November. And yeah, so this is my custom audience. What I do, I just create this audience. Now, again, one important thing that you need to know is that you need minimum number of audience to make it active, the minimum number of interactions, so to say. Okay. So my custom audience was created. Okay. It may take a few minutes for us to finish matching your customers to people on Facebook. You can check the status in Audience Manager. So it might take a few minutes because it's still learning. It's trying to gather as much information as it can. Okay. To create my custom audience. So this is the custom audience I have created. Now comes the time to create a lookalike audience. So what is this lookalike audience? This lookalike audience is going to look similar to my custom audience. Okay, what is the custom audience? People who would have interacted on my website at some point of time. Okay, that was my custom audience. Now I'm going to create a lookalike audience who has not interacted on my website or my business, but it looks similar to this audience that I created. Okay, so let me create this. So lookalike audience, test lookalike audience, let me put this. Okay, test lookalike audience, 6th November, lookalike, sorry. Okay, here's the name of my lookalike audience. And let me put this the entire India, not a problem. Okay. Now, okay. I can choose the percentage, meaning 1% lookalike audience consisting of people most likely look similar to your lookalike audience source. Increasing the percentage creates a bigger, broader audience. If I want only 1% of it, it remains like this. If I want to have a broader audience, then it keeps on increasing like you can see, the customer base also increases, the audience base also increases likewise. So likewise, I can keep on increasing. So let me put this as 1%, for example. Okay, and then I create this audience. Okay, so our estimated view is 4.9 million, which is going to be the estimated view in terms of the lookalike audience that I've created. Okay, so again, it might take some time. So now when that audience is created, now I don't know if that audience is created as of yet because it's going to take some time. So when it's created, then what I do is that I just use this, which is going to be a part of my audience, and I click here and I can use this here as part of my campaign. Okay, so as you can see, it's already one lookalike audience was already created, which I have already included here, and custom audience was already created. Let me check if it's already there. Yeah, so this is lookalike audience, it has already taken. Yeah, I have included this. Okay, include this audience. Okay, so this is my custom audience and this is my lookalike audience basically. So I've included both these things in my campaign. Okay, so this is how you create a custom audience and then accordingly create lookalike audience as a follow-up, and then you can include both of them, and then you can run this as a part of the campaign. So that's about it. What we learned three important things. One was A/B testing, one was custom budget, campaign budget optimization, I'm so sorry, CBO, and then third was creating audience in terms of a custom audience and a lookalike audience. So all these three things you can include as part of a campaign, and this is how you create, a campaign including all these three different elements. Okay, so thanks a lot. Hope you had a good session, along with me in terms of the learnings, and looking forward to the next session again. And yeah, it's always fun and exciting to be, part of this entire learning process. And then, in the following chapters, we will see the other different elements of Facebook. And yeah, so yeah, it's been an exciting journey so far. Once again, thanks a lot, and see you soon again. Thanks. Bye.